Bosh! Hey up, guys. How the devil are we? Live Sunday. We're rocking it. We're here. Hopefully, I'm coming in loud and clear. I have had an absolute shocker trying to get all this going. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Everything crossed. We are live. We are answering the questions. It's Sunday. Oh, what is this? I know. Right. We're getting close. It's doing my head in. So, join in, jump in. We're answering the questions. You guys have been going absolutely wild over this weekend on looking at all the Volkswagen goodies that we've had to show you, Haldex pumps, bits and bobs like that. We've fixed and almost fixed everything. So winner chicken dinner. I'm here every Sunday. I've got YouTube just below my chin, all three of them. And I've got you guys on TikTok as well, so I can catch a massive audience, fingers crossed, hopefully. And yeah, we can crack on with that. So I've had some cracking questions from you guys over the week, and I've tried to answer them all as quick as I can because I know what it's like trying to fix your car. You're getting annoyed, bits and bobs like that. So I've tried to answer them straight away. You know, sometimes it's not as easy as that. Sometimes I've actually got to go and find some specifications for you guys out there as well. So it's not a 2-minute job, but I do try and answer ASAP. So hopefully you guys are getting that. And you're starting to see the videos come through of me actually talking to you, which is great. Evening, it's Hassan. How are you doing? Had a gearbox replaced, VW GTR under a recall less than 2 weeks ago. Yeah. DSG by any chance, buddy? No Wi-Fi was noisy in park and neutral, but goes away in drive. Do you think that? Yeah, definitely. I would take it back, buddy. I think it is. Yeah, DQ381 shock. Yeah, gotta love that rig. It's for a transmission fluid pump. We do a software update on it, and usually it shits itself. So that's that. But yes, any noises, buddy, it's all covered under labour guarantee. So get it back as soon as you can. They're less likely to say you've knackered something. Evening, all YouTube, Mr. B. Thank you very much, buddy. I'll let you know about the nightmare I've had after the live. But we got there. Hi, Di. Good evening, buddy, on Facebook there. Like I say to everyone, I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube as well. So I'm answering all your questions, switching between the two. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. And like I've just been saying, your questions have been absolutely mint this week. I've had plenty to answer, plenty of videos to do. And hopefully they're filtering through to you guys on YouTube and, of course, TikTok and Facebook. And Instagram. We're on Instagram as well. You'll find me across this board, the VW Mechanic. That's where you'll find me. Yeah, ring head office, buddy. It's not a bad thing to do. What group is it, buddy, that did it? Was it JCT by any chance? So good evening, all. Thank you very much for coming this lovely Sunday evening. If any of you watched the football, I'm not going to get involved in it. What a shambles that was. That's my bit saying. Inchcape, okay, mate. I work for a VW dealer, buddy, but it's not Inchcape or JCT. Yes, Mike on YouTube. The Ibiza has now been serviced. New tyres on, all good for the winter. So I know the wife's safe and legal. Absolutely, mate. Fantastic. Great idea. Get it all done before the winter. The weather's not been too horrific at the minute, but it's only coming in it. Let's be honest, it's getting cold. Yeah, it's getting cold. Simple as. How Urban Gentry on YouTube? How are you feeling with the radio updates? 91CL or CU? They're shit. Any update on the Mark 8 Golf on the ID3s? Is the 91CU where you use SD card NS and then 472B measure code? Is that the one? Honestly, I've got loads of recalls in my head, so I'll just clarify that. But I think it's, yeah, NS and then 472B as a measure code. Check that out for memory, eh? Di on Facebook, question for you. If I look at getting the car mapped for MPG, it won't do any damage, will it? So far, the dealer are the only ones to work on my Octadiv. Is your Octavia still in warranty, Di? It's a very important question, that, buddy. Urban Gentry, yes. So they're not too bad. The NS ones aren't too bad. I've not had any issues. Nothing's ever fell over yet, but it takes an absolute age, doesn't it? It's nice now they've changed it because the first couple of months it was out, you had to be clocked on to do the actual 5F update and then stay clocked on to do the measure code. Now, fortunately, you don't have to clock on to or You don't have to have everything connected GFF style for the actual 5F, which is loads easier. Loads easier. Die 17 plate Octavia is talking about remapping here, guys. So absolutely, mate. My 18 plate Octavia remapped. I'm getting fantastic MPG. It's good on fuel, as a diesel would be. And if you go with a reputable mapper, they're not going to take your car past safe limits, and they will know the safe limits. If someone's asking you what safe limits are for your car, walk away fast, because that's terrifying. You'll see some people like put a generic map on a car, and it's not really mapping it as such. It's pretty much just banging the boost up, banging the fueling up, and watching it go pop. So yeah, a reputable remapper is 100%. It's a must. It's a must, definitely. I've got a very good friend of mine in Lincoln that does remapping, and I trust him with everything. So if you're stuck and you're not far away from Lincoln, by all means, let me know. I heard the Fiat 500X is better. No, gringo. No, it is not. We're having a stash off tomorrow, by the way. I've perfected this. Not all that's gone, and I've got a proper slug on my top lip. Hating the ID updates. I know, mate. What software update takes 8 hours and then falls over every 2 minutes? So you've got to replace a control module. Absolute stupid, right? Stupid. So Urban Gentry's put on YouTube, he's hating the ID car update. So ID 3, 4, 5, and soon to be Buzz. They've not got the Buzz yet, or the 5. But the ID 3 and 4 have a massive update. Usually takes all day, and usually a couple of control modules or two will fall over at the same time, delaying that repair by could be up to days, weeks, depending on if the control module's on back order, which if you're in the trade at the minute, everything's on back order. Just saying. No to the man in the van. Yes, exactly, Mike. Mike has said it on YouTube, no to the man in the van. Don't have anyone that will come around to your car and map it for you. That's terrifying at best. And the ones that offer a health check before, like they scope out the air mass meter, they'll run a measure codes, they'll check your EGR, they'll check everything before they map it, are definitely the ones to go for. They know this stuff. Again, go for reviews. I mean, if you're just looking on the internet, you are going to find every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You spot look what you're going to get. Definitely. The battery. Yeah, don't forget the battery. Urban Gentry says the ID 3 and 4, you have to replace the battery as well. Stupid, right? This is what us guys have to deal with in the dealership. You all think that we plug a computer in and press go. Nah. We plug a computer in, press go, and then walk away. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Codlin. How the devil are we? Steve Codlin coming through on Facebook there. Just to make you aware, buddy, I'm live on YouTube, which is here, and I'm live on TikTok, which is up there. So you will catch me absolutely everywhere. We're also live on Facebook. So we're cross-streaming across 4 platforms tonight, which is mental. I'm going to try and keep up with everyone. Hopefully, I'm answering all your questions as best I can. Yeah, please share the lives, please share the likes and everything like that. It spreads it about, it feeds the algorithms that will get me, my beautiful face and this crazy 80s porn star mustache to more faces, to more people, so they can see and ask the questions if they need to. Die on Facebook. I've seen good stuff with Jorvik Maps. He does a lot of Skodas and the models still work with Eco and Sport. To be fair, mate, mine is... I'll message you after because I can't remember the make of mine, but mine's still working all 3 modes, Sport, Normal and Eco. So they're really, really good. Mike on YouTube. Let's pop these on the screen. Mike on YouTube. Map has got his own map library, which is live tuned on rolling roads. Mapped it back to factory before doing stage 1, as it had... I'm not going to say Dieselgate because I'm not allowed. But it had the recall, the emissions recall. So he got rid of that and then mapped it. I'm all right. Thank you, Mr. Codlin. Nice to see you here on a Sunday evening. In the weather, shite. And the football's not that much better either. It's not. It's really not. Jorvik, there you go. There's a +1 for Jorvik. Mike's had his car done at Jorvik. So if you must be close to Mike. Pretty much, you must be in the same area. Or similar area. It's good that everyone's thinking about the mapping, though, guys. But definitely make sure you are going with reputable, because I wouldn't want you to blow your car up or end up in a worse situation, costing you loads. So, you know what I mean, guys. Mike's definitely going to recommend him, which is great news again. So if anyone is in the Wales area, South Wales in particular, or that way, Jorvik. Where is it? Jorvik for mapping. So that's out Wales way. Yes, Steve. Absolutely pants. The car's crying out for a clean. Yeah, I think I've heard that loads this weekend, mate. This weather just rains us off, doesn't it? On the plus side, though, I have got some snow foam coming all the way from China to do a review on. They sent that on the 31st of October, and I believe it landed in Sheffield this afternoon. So it could be tomorrow. So I'll keep you all posted on that. I love a bit of snow foam. So yeah, I love car cleaning as well. I've even got a wash mitt next to me. Whoa, love them. So yeah, keep sharing the lives, keep tapping the buttons, keep liking it. You're gonna get to more people. I'm gonna see more people, and there might be more people that need help with the cars, or just a bit of banter. Yeah. To be fair, buddy, if your car's got cracky service history, you're not giving it death every day. You let it warm up nicely. You don't absolutely boot arse out of it. It stands a better chance. Obviously, with mapping, you are taking it from what it was set to from factory. So there's always that little bit of risk, but there is with anything you do. It really is with anything you do. From personal experience, or Mike's personal experience, I'm sure he'll give you yours in the comment. But my car's mapped. My car's been mapped 6 months now. Very, very happy with it. It's like a new car. It's fantastic to drive. Everything's so smooth. It's got rid of the dead spots. It picks up nicely. It still holds onto the road beautifully, and it just seems to work really, really well. And MPG for everyone at the minute is an absolute must in it. Let's be honest, we're all trying to save a couple of quid where we can, but don't expect miracles on the MPG, because it is still a 2-litre diesel. So don't think you're getting the world. It's not a magic cheat code, because it's not. It just makes everything better. It makes it smoother. So ultimately, you drive differently, which saves just a little bit of fuel. Every little helps, as Tesco's do say nowadays. Are we allowed to say Tesco's? I'm going to say Tesco's. Yeah. Every little helps, guys. There's other things you can do to keep on top of the fuel consumption as well. Tyre pressures, take any weight out of your car that you don't need. So don't be carrying around barbecues you've not had since summer, extra clothes, 7 pairs of shoes, that kind of thing. Just take all the weight out. Honestly, it all adds up, makes a difference. Tyre pressures, keep on top of your service history. Honestly, it will all make a massive difference. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I do as well. I know I'm a mechanic. It's easier said than done. But my car has full service history, gets everything it needs. Good tyres, good brakes, everything like that. So keep on top, guys. You'll be mint. You'll be loving life. Mike on Facebook. It's not Mike on Facebook. Steve on Facebook. My car's been mapped for quite a while, never had any problems. And just to put a bit of context to that, Steve's got a 245 Octavia VRS. I think it's a 245, isn't it, Steve? 2-litre TSI anyway, of the VRS variety. Bloody lovely car, beautiful grey colour. It's a DSG as well, so it just everything works really, really well. DSG is a fantastic thing. You'll not change me from a manual, definitely, but DSG is a beautiful car. Make the wife walk. Yes, Mr. Watson. That's Paul on YouTube saying make the wife walk. That's in there. I presume replying to Mike's getting his missus tyres and brakes done. 230. Sorry, Steve, it's a 230. There's two different ones, isn't there? There's a 230 and there's a 245. Gavin on TikTok. I know it's not a VW. I just go, no, Skoda Superb, mate, is a VW. Trust me. I've got a Skoda, mate, and it is the VW group. So don't panic. We are very VAG branded in here. And I can help you with quite a lot of issues and things and bits and bobs like that. But it's fantastic to hear you had a Superb. Sportline's a beautiful car anyway. It looked very tasty. And a 190 DSG. Beautiful. Mike's saving loads of fuel at the minute because he can't drive. A little bit of context behind that, Mike, on YouTube. He did get hit by a car yesterday because he likes playing stuntman in his time off. And this one didn't pay off. So, wishing Mike all the best and all getting better. And that, all jokes aside, it was pretty serious yesterday when he did message me. Thank God he did message me. Said I knew. But yeah, Mike is playing stuntman at the minute. Who knew? Who knew? Evening, guys, on TikTok. If you're new here, I'm a technician for Volkswagen Audi Group, and I'm here on a Sunday night to answer all your questions. Any things you want to clarify with the VW Group? Like I say, I'm a techie, so I get all the nitty gritty crap and all the bugs and the problems and all that jazz. So I'm quite a useful person to be asking the questions. It doesn't have to be Volkswagen Group either. Principles are principles. Yeah, I might not know the bulletins or the intricacies of other brands, but I'll give it a shot. Definitely give it a shot. Share the live, tap the screen. It's going to get me some more people. You all get to take the piss out of this crazy mustache. It is Movember, so I'm not completely mental, I promise you. It's all good. It's all good. It's a busy one tonight, guys. I love it. I love it. Share the live. Everyone will get a chance to chat to me. I try and reply to as many messages as I can. Hyatt coming through on Facebook. What's the average cost of a cam belt change, including water pump? And what car, buddy? There's two varying prices. You'll get the TSI or petrol, and you'll get the diesel versions or variations as well. Just let us know what car it is, buddy, and I can probably guide you. I know it's going to be expensive either way. And I work in a dealership, so that's always just that little bit more expensive. But you are paying for quality. You are getting a 2-year guarantee with your bits. That's particularly Volkswagen brand. And you are getting a labour guarantee as well, should anything go wrong. Caddy Maxi. So you've got the 2-litre diesel engine. Is it the it's a 1.6 on them Maxis, isn't it? So you're looking about, it's hard to say, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. You're looking between sort of 300 to 400 for an independent, 500, 600 or 700 for a main dealer. Obviously, with the main dealer, you're going to get genuine parts. You're going to get a techie that's been trained by the brand, hopefully, and you are going to get the 2-year guarantee, which is fantastic. It's great to have that little bit of peace of mind should something go wrong with any new parts. So, as much as people like to save a couple of quid, going to an independent who's going to sling on a Euros belt and hope for the best, it's not always quantity. Quality is definitely better, and the quality definitely comes into it a lot. So don't just jump for the cheapest, guys, because cheap is not always better. And an age-old saying that I've always been taught since I was an apprentice. Buy cheap, buy twice. That you don't need in your life, particularly when everything is mega bucks at the minute. Everything's stupidly expensive, particularly in the car world. I know your all bills and that are going nuts. But I'll do my best to try and help you save every little penny you can, where you can, with cost of cars and stuff like that. Freddie, where's the band? Yeah, that's the first person to say anything about the mustache. They are currently on tour. They're currently on tour. They're all sat watching the World Cup. I know it's not a great thing to watch at the minute, but nonetheless, England are playing tomorrow. It's all good. Sound cheers. Hyatt says, sound cheers, rather pay extra and have peace of mind. Exactly. And that is what I try and tell people, or not tell people, but try and help people see exactly why and where I'm coming from. I mean, some people will go, no, never going to a dealership, not asked, don't want it. Some people have a trusted mechanic. If you've got a trusted mechanic, cool. That eliminates the issue, really, of anything going wrong. If you trust them, they've done loads of work with you. Sound. I'm not preaching go to dealerships, not at all. Go to where you trust. So, thoughts on the CVT gearbox? Had loan off CHR, some raw out of it meant to be right. Yeah, they're really good. Gearboxes for most cars aren't made of chocolate anymore, not really. I mean, some you could argue are more than others. Let's have a look. YTSI, use engine oil, 18 turbo, yeah. You've got the 18, or the 1.8 TSI engine are notorious for using oil. It's really bad sometimes. I've done quite a few oil consumption tests in my time on them 1.8 TSIs, and done quite a few piston rings as well. It's not one of the best engines out there. I'll be brutally honest with you. That and the 1.4 twin charge engine, which was just as bad for shitting pistons and burning oil and dropping superchargers like rocks. Terrible. I'm glad that Volkswagen themselves have pulled things out and got some better engines out on the market, which is the 2-litre TSI now, which is a fantastic engine. A couple of little niggles on that. They still haven't changed really from the years that they have been making them. And the diesels, again, still got them couple of little niggles, but the 2 litres are more reliable than the 1.6s now, which was never used to be the case, did it? 1.6s are terrible for injectors. The old school 2-litre TDI were terrible for injectors and wiring harnesses to the injectors. You can rattle off so many issues that Volkswagen could probably do with ironing out over the last sort of 10 years, but they're the millionaires, massive company, not me. So I'll just fix it. I get used to the cars. I get used to the faults. And I help you guys out with them as well, because if I've seen them, you're probably experiencing them. So sometimes it's asking the right person the right question, and you'll get a solid answer. If you don't, and a lot of people, when they're not sure, will get that pot's kind of massively fired up, and it'll end up costing you thousands, and you've still got the wrong that your car, still got a broken car. I had one instance earlier with an Amarok. That's been to her. It's not been to me, and its fans are running over speed, and it's got a fault in the fan control module. Quite common on a Volkswagen, to be fair. The fan module shits itself, and it'll just run full whack all the time. That's because it thinks it's overheating. It's not. But it's had temp sensors. They're talking head gaskets. They're talking thermostat housings. They just need to fix the actual problem. But again, it's down to tooling, it's down to experience, and it's down to that underpinning knowledge of what separates main dealers from independents. Independents, fantastic at everything. I don't want to say the basics either, because that's wrong. Independents are great all-rounders. Dealerships, particular certain brands of dealerships, are specialists in their chosen form. So that's the difference between an independent and a dealership. And maybe you guys out there have had some horrible experiences with both independent and dealers. I look forward to hearing them. No doubt, there's some stories out there, definitely. Was there an issue with the VW Group 1.5 petrol engines Kangaroo? Yeah, there was. That was quickly addressed with a software update, and I believe it's just about sorted now. I don't really experience them anymore. Love a good software update. Most things are cured by a software update. Bit shit, really, isn't it? But you'll find with quite a lot of brands nowadays, well, not nowadays, but since sort of COVID was a thing, they all kind of rushed at once to get new models out and bits and bobs like that, and they didn't actually test it as probably thoroughly as they should have done. And there's so many bugs in the software and shit parts, and it's just coming back to bite the brands in the arse, which is a bit shit, I know. So yeah, I'm on the receiving end of that. I get your guys out there frustration. When you buy a car, you want it to work. You spend so much money on these cars, you want them to work. Don't shout at me. I'm just the poor techie, the other end of the angry phone call, trying to help you out as well, guys. I'm not here to, or I'm not in the dealership to be an arse to not fix your stuff. That's exactly what I don't want to do. I want to fix it. I want to get you sorted. And if we could do it under warranty, hell yeah, it's going to save you some money, isn't it? That's the idea. YouTube's gone a bit steady at the minute. Hopefully the internet's holding up tonight. I've pokery jiggery stuff about, and fingers crossed we're all good. Keep them comments coming in, guys. Keep tapping up the screen as well. Sending the likes. It's going to get the live out further. There might be more people wanting to talk Volkswagen than just the guys in the room, which I massively appreciate everyone here now tonight supporting me, asking the questions, keeping me busy, of course. We've done 25 minutes so far. It's been absolutely banging. And yeah, I'm going to keep going and going and going and going. We do this every Sunday as well, so it's not one off. It's Sunday at 7 o'clock. You'll find me here, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Sure, you're on Facebook. Mike says on YouTube he's had almost 12 years with his independent. Says a lot about him. Absolutely. Stick with what you trust. 100%. I'm not here to say go dealership. I'm not here to say go independent. Definitely not. I would rather you stick to what you know. Stick to who's going to help you. The people that go the extra mile are the people you need in your life to fix your cars. 100%. Thank you for the follow, Chris Haygarth. Thank you very much, buddy. It's appreciated. I've had quite a few followers come through today. A couple of videos I've posted seem to have caught everyone's attention, which is great. I love it. All these videos do get posted, the long format on YouTube as well. So if you get like a snippet on TikTok, you'll probably find the full video on the YouTube channel as well. That is the VW Mechanic on YouTube. I am live currently on YouTube, just below the TikTok screen. So there's a bit of me everywhere at the minute. And I am on Facebook as well. The VW Mechanic on Instagram, you'll find this is just pictures of things I take while I'm doing whatever jobs I'm doing, of crazy things that have caught my eye. That's mostly my Instagram. But yeah, videos are TikTok and YouTube, definitely. And Facebook is where most people will get hold of me if they want to chat or if they've got a question burning of in the week or whatever. You can just about always get hold of me, which is fantastic. It's what I do. And if you ever struggle with a repair or anything, you are an independent, don't be shy. Chuck us a message either on here, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You will find me somewhere. Keep the comments coming in, guys. I'm loving it. It's fantastic hearing from you all. I'm going to have to get a beverage in a minute because I'm proper dry. Anyone out there, what do you reckon to the mustache? Tell me it doesn't suit me. I will totally agree. I hate it. It's itchy. It's doing my head in. And even the kids want to take the mic out of me as well. Yes, Jimmy Miller coming through on the old Facebook. Evening, buddy. Jimmy's a definite regular of mine. It's great to hear from him. It's great to have him in the room as well. Evening, bud. Hopefully you've had a cracking week. I know it's Monday again tomorrow. It all starts over again, but I am at work. And what have I got to do? Loads, probably. I think I've got to finish a clutch off someone else. I think that's my tomorrow plan. Nobody likes picking up a job someone else has been on. You've got to try and find your bearings, find out where stuff is, and particularly with a clutch as well. Stuff could be everywhere. Nonetheless, I was on a course on Friday, guys. It's a Volkswagen main dealership course. It was on the computer. We do a lot of face-to-face training, and we also we do face-to-face training. Most of the courses that Volkswagen run, we'll start with a virtual classroom, so literally like what I'm doing now to you guys. And then I'll go down to Milton Keynes. If anyone's down at Milton Keynes, feel free to ping me a message when I'm down there. Love to have a meet up with a beer. I go down to Milton Keynes usually for 2-3, could be a week, a couple of days, whatever. And we do some face-to-face training, actually factory training, which is fantastic. The training centre is immense and the trainers are absolutely banging. So it's a good crack, it's a good laugh, and you learn a lot about what you're doing. So the Friday's course was gearbox or transmission specialism. So I've done manual transmission and past, done DSG transmission and past. This is a specialism that goes into all the nitty-gritties of what's doing what, when and where and how and why and what you should be looking for. And yeah, after that, which I think the final virtual classroom is 19th of December. So that, hopefully, guys, is when I qualify as a transmission specialist. So I can also help you guys out transmission-wise as well. So burning questions there as well as how long is my clutch going to last? What's this noise? What's that noise? When my gear should be changing? You know, that kind of thing. It's they're all questions that people, if you thought about it, you can ask. If I don't know here straight away, if I can't pull an answer out of my head, I'll go and find it. I will go and find it. Get me a special ticker. Oh yeah, I've got tickers. That's why Mike's on YouTube kicking my ass. It's great. Apparently the mustache makes me look older. What do you guys reckon on the old TikTok? I'm only 32, but it's Movember. It's for men's health, guys. So it's definitely a charity. If it wasn't, I definitely wouldn't have it on because it's doing me head in. Even though I've been watching but eating my dinner, honestly, now the banter comes, yeah. Surprised you could stomach your dinner looking at this mustache. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Mr. Watson, have you got any festive goodies coming that we can tell all the followers about? Just in case you're into your detailing and stuff like that. We do have a little subsection as well, which is detailing and car cleaning and all things soapy. Take from that what you will. Yeah, here comes the abuse. I love it. It's great. So keep going, TikTok. Keep tapping the screen. You're going to see me more and more. hopefully I can reach a few more people as well. Getting the abuse on YouTube for first meal I've had all day, and I've been called Freddie Mercury as well, just for shits and gigs. Jimmy, mad week last week, trying to work while running about getting my parts for my Merc to get through its MOT. It's German, mate. It's always going to be a pain in the arse, and it's always going to cost you loads of money. So that's where we're going. German cars, they're the best, aren't they? What do you guys reckon out there? Any German car owners want to share a nasty story or any particular funny stories? Because there's loads about it in there. It doesn't have to be Volkswagen. It could be Merc, Beamer. Lots of Beamer fun with N47 chain engines. Is it the 47 chain engines? You guys might be able to correct me out there. I think it's either N47 or N49. Something like that. So if you're into car detailing, ValetinSupplies.online, that's the website. The Black Friday deals start on Tuesday. And if you are a tech, automotive / the VW mechanic follower, if you use the code TECH10 at the checkout, you'll get 10% off. Black Friday deals. Who's in on that, guys? Weirdly enough, I bought a beard trimmer today. 12 quid from Amazon. Absolute bargain it was. Black Friday deal. Just to obviously bring attention to the mustache there. Why not? Shall I get a drink? One sec. That's it, we're back. Back. Got a drink. Happy days. Christmas coming in, guys. How are we all getting on? Is anyone buying a car for Christmas? Is anyone doing anything crazy with a car for Christmas? I don't know if I'm allowed to drink this on TikTok. Here we go. I love a good Black Friday deal, guys. I've even got a wash mitt here. Bosh. Love a wash mitt. Anyway. Gavin on YouTube. Think Toyota used the M47 in the 2017 and onwards RAV4 also. Any gremlins with them, buddy? I'm not mad. I'm not very clued up on the Japanese stuff. I tell you what, Steve Codlin on Facebook has just put up he would love a new Mark IV VRS. I saw one of them. It was either Thursday or Friday in black. What a car. Wow, it looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Black VRS. Oh, beautiful. They still have the same timing issues on the N47 and B47. You see, it's the same as Volkswagen, isn't it? Fix the problem. They just don't seem to want to fix the problem, do they? It's never a problem until it's at a garage having his engine rebuilt because it changed shit itself. Bosh, Jimmy on Facebook. 2 rear springs, front disc and pads, and 2 rear tyres. That is a Merry Christmas to you, buddy. That could have been cheap, mate. Steve, the Mark IV VRS are growing on you. Not sure of the prices. Well, yeah. They're upwards of about 45 to 50 grand, buddy. On the right deal. They are. But very expensive cars. Our Skodas, Volkswagens, they seem to really, really hold the value, which is great for you guys out there. If you own one, if you buy one, not so much. But yeah, Volkswagen Group are notorious for holding the value. And a lot of people slate them. But looked after, they're a very good car. And the PD engine was insane. Anyone out there agree? The PD engine was absolutely bomb-proof. That's like a cockroach of engines. It will outlast nuclear blast. Fantastic PD engine. And they use the PD engine in quite a few things as well. I reckon I worked on a Mitsubishi Outlander. I think I did a turbo on one. And I'm almost certain that was a 1.9 PD. Banging engine. Love it. Anyway, how's it going, guys? Out there, there's a few of you in the room. I love it. I love chatting to people. Shoot down in the comments. I will answer everything until it gets a bit crazy. Tap the screen up, obviously. That'd be a massive favour. Gets you about. Feeds the algorithms. The algorithms are absolutely crazy. Show off the stash. It's not by choice, promise you. It's all for charity. Would love Mike on YouTube. Would love a new Superb Estate LNK for Christmas. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. I'd just like to find the rattle that's coming from the dash, to be honest. Oh, Steve on Facebook. That's very controversial. So, for a bit of context out there, guys, I'm very much a Skoda enthusiast, if you like. Volkswagen Group, it's all the same. And he says Skoda have outpriced themselves. You can get a better car for that sort of money. Do you know what, mate? I'm going to have to agree. Recently, in the last sort of, 2-3 years, Skoda have gone insane. Skoda have turned into, I don't know, it's gone like, it used to rank Audi, VW, Skoda, Seat. That used to be the four brands put together. That used to be the rank of it. And now it's kind of Audi at the top, always will be. That will never change. And then it's Volkswagen, Skoda, Bosch together. They're very much, if not, Skoda's not better than Volkswagen. I would say Skoda's very much challenging for that second spot, you know. The build quality on a Skoda is 100% better than a Volkswagen. Goes without saying. I think Skoda have got a fantastic product. I think the Octavia, for size and all that jazz, is hands down a better car than the Volkswagen Golf, same platform. I just think Skoda are spot on. Volkswagens are good. Don't get me wrong. Volkswagens are good, but I think Skoda have got it right. But they're just getting a bit high on price. Of the old Skoda. I've been around the factory as well. Skoda factory, fantastic establishment. If you ever get a chance to do the Skoda factory, if you're in over the Czech Republic, or get to go see the Autostadt in Wolfsburg for Volkswagen, that is a phenomenal place. Paul on YouTube, Lupo GTI. If anyone wants to buy me one, try and find one, mate, that's not been absolutely nailed. Would be a start. What's your thoughts on Seat? I quite like the Cupra. See, they're coming up nicely, aren't they, with the Cupra, the Cupra brand, if you like. I suppose that's like a sporting version. Yeah, I like them. I like the exterior. Seat, I've always been a bit cheap on the interior, and it's very plasticky and not great. So I like the exterior of a Seat, always have done. But the interior needs a bit more spending on it. But yeah, I love the Seat, the Cupras. I used to like a Leon K1. They used to be lovely cars then. I'm not so sure about the models now on the Seats, to be fair. I don't really get a chance to go through everything. I really should. But you guys out there teach me loads on the different brands. I love it. Obviously, I teach you guys about the Volkswagens and the Audi Group stuff. But honestly, you guys out there teach me loads. Keep banging in the question, guys. Keep banging on the likes. Paul, you've got to be on TikTok as well. It's the only way. It's the only way, buddy. Oh, Mike Barrington of YouTube says a lot for a failed company. It was revived to be a poor man's Volkswagen. I've always preferred the style over Skoda over VW. Oh. Revived. Do you know anyone out there know that Skoda started off making bikes? Mr. Laurent and Mr. Clement making bikes. Disappeared between the sort of the war era, and they come back making cars. And everyone remembers the adverts. Anyone that's older than sort of 30 odd will remember the adverts of you're following a Skoda and the car in front is a Skoda. Yeah, then bad. They never got a good rep, did they? But 1990s was a fantastic time for Skoda. A lot of investment came from the Volkswagen Group, and it made them what they are today. Obviously, Volkswagen Audi Group, they try and keep everything sort of spec-wise to that sort of brand. So Skoda will have a certain level of spec as their top spec. Same with Volkswagen, same with Audi. Audi have got some insane spec coming. Now they're using fibre optics in cars. That's awesome. Try and repair a fibre optic cable, though.
Ooh, that's interesting. Paul on YouTube, a Kia Ceed GT, drove one about 5 years back. Love the car a lot. You get a lot for your money. Never been a fan of Kia, and that again is because I've worked on them. Yes, Urban Gentry, absolutely, coming through on YouTube. Heated window for your hands pushing and all the banter. Yeah, same with Ford Buddy. They've got heated rear windows for when you're pushing them. I love it. Jimmy Miller, seriously considering a petrol car to replace my next taxis. Diesels are a lot more problematic than petrols. Yeah, 100%, mate. The price in fuel is negligible for it being a diesel. So see what happens with that. Obviously, everyone's different. And yeah, there's a lot more sensors and stuff to go wrong on the diesel engines, the VAG stuff in particular, which is where you're coming from with that. Yeah, there is a lot more to them. But then saying that now, the new petrol engines, so the 1.5s come with a PPF, so they've got a petrol particulate filter again, so that comes with a load more sensors and problems. Although they are behaving themselves at the minute, there's not too many issues with the PPF. Steve on Facebook, I hope you're taking the Michael about Fiat 500, whether it's an A-Bath or not, it's still a Fiat 500. Yes, it's Hassan. Got another question. Is there any way to fix the creaky pan roofs? Yes, on a Mark 7 GTI, there is. There is. Done this loads. There's some specific grease that you put. It's like a service. Put the specific grease and it shuts it up. Totally. It's brilliant. Get me on the Instagram channel. The VW Mechanic. And send me a message, buddy, and I will try and get you the part number for that, matey. But yeah, there is a way of shutting that up because it's well annoying, isn't it? That and the squeaky lever that goes with it on your seats. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey up, Paul, on TikTok as well as Facebook and YouTube. And whatever happened to Lada? Lada, do you remember them? That's a very Western vehicle, if you like, very Soviet. It is, yeah, honestly, the creaking sunroof is an absolute pain in the arse. Do you know what, mate? If I get a car in for service that has got a pan roof, the Mark 6, Mark 7, Mark 7.5, Mark 8 now as well, I will just sort it for him for what it costs. And I've got a can of it on my toolbox. I'm sure I have. I'll sort it out for him. And honestly, the customers absolutely love it because that noise, yeah, you try and forget it, try and turn the radio up and that sort of thing. But it's there, isn't it? You know it's there. It pisses you off. So, yeah, totally. I will get you the part number. Just there. Yeah, send us a message on Instagram, matey. Lada. What a car. What a car. In the runners, so Hassan's asked where you put the grease on the GTIs and on the pan roofs on the Volkswagen. You put it on the runners, buddy. What I'll do is keep an eye on the VW Mechanic YouTube channel, and I'll do a video for it, mate. I will show you exactly where to put it to shut that creaking up. So keep an eye on that, buddy, and I'll do it all for you on a video, and then you can just copy it. It'd be loads easier, and it's content for the YouTube channel as well. So I've got you, mate. I've got you. There's a couple of larders floating around South Wales. Is that the Soviet part of South Wales? Oh, yes. I love a larder. To be fair, there was a few where I grew up. There's a couple about there, but that was a while back. So who knows? Mr. Codlin on Facebook. Why did they stop making the Skoda Fabia VRS? They were a nice motor. Because they were terrible. The car itself was great, but the 1.4 twin charge engine they put in it was just naff. There is rumours of them making a Mark IV Fabia VRS though, but again, that's just a rumour. I'd love to see them put the 2-litre TSI engine in it like a Polo GTI. Mental, that would. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. There's rumours about that flying around. Gentry on YouTube. Let's pop your comment on the screen. They were launching a final Cossack before switching to Renault badge Lada but February happened and the factories... Right, yeah, that makes total sense. So if you're expecting things coming from Western Europe over that way, just bear with. I know Volkswagen and or the VAG group, their wiring looms were made in the Ukraine. For obvious reasons, that's currently on hold. So if any of you guys are waiting for a call back from a dealership, you've got your car in, it's been there a while, for any form of wiring loom, just bear with them. It's nobody's fault. And we're on with it. So don't panic about that. Mike on YouTube, remember the driving school program with Maureen? They might be wrong, continually failing her test in the larder. Don't, mate, because I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all, buddy. Jimmy on Facebook used to be very popular here as taxis, the old larder. I bet they did, mate. Because you just don't care about them, do you? Just batter them around everywhere. And it's sound. I need to get a better background on TikTok, don't I, guys? It's just some buildings that look like Spain or something. I'll sort that. I'm enjoying the live on TikTok. I'm enjoying it all lives, to be fair. Sunday night, 7 o'clock is where we usually do it. And I bring along any news that I can share with you guys of the Volkswagen Group, anything coming out. We are getting an ID Buzz imminently. If any of you guys have heard it, it's the electric version of the old camper bus. So that should be interesting. Hang fire for a YouTube video on me doing a little walk around and an inside on that one. As soon as that drops into our dealership, I will be doing that. Paul remembers that show. Dear me. Dear me. Love it. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the ID Buzz. I'm well excited for it as well. So caught up on the comments. Epic. Monday tomorrow, guys. England are playing. Bosh. You in cake bread? We don't. We dabble. It's the Buzz is a weird one. We're getting one. I don't know if we're selling it. I've just been told we're getting one. But no, we are a passenger car site. But yeah, I've been told we're getting one. I don't know why or what or where, whether the sales manager's getting one. Don't know. But yeah, well, even for you then, it's going to be ace to see one. Because it'd be nice for them to just do a tour of the sites, to be honest, wouldn't it? Just send a couple of them out, let everyone have a bashing one. Jobs are good, but they never do they? Us techies never get a crack on any of the cars until we've got one in front of us, bust, and we're like, don't know how to fix this. Just kidding, we know how to fix them. Whereabouts in the UK are you from? You don't have to be specific. Just there, in case I sort of live around that area, if that makes sense. Had to wait till I went to the NLC to see one. We definitely need some done. But yeah, totally, mate. When was I at last time at the NLC? August. End of August, I went down to the NLC and I finished my DSG transmission course. I did a virtual classroom Friday just gone for the gearbox transmission specialist. So I will be finishing that at the end of December, or 19th of December, I think that finishes. I've got a load of homework to do in between. It's all good fun. But yeah, the NLC, mate, what a place. What a place. The trainers are all mint. Passenger car trainers, I don't really deal with CV. Although, to be fair, what's his name? Steve Mansell, who was very much commercial. He took my DSG course. Banging trainer, absolute ledge. Nice. I'm on the same pathway pushing the EV. Yeah, me too, matey. HVT2. I've got one, HVT 1.0, and I believe I am. My name's down for the next one available that they can get me on. So I might even see you on the course. That'd be ace, wouldn't it? Meet someone that's actually seen me on the internet. That'd be ace. I've done this a while, so I'm surprised you've not stumbled across me yet. I think, yeah, it's mostly YouTube and that I do, but TikTok seems to be going quite well for the Volkswagen bit as well. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, like I say, I've just dabbled in the TikTok situation, and you guys out there are loving life. Paul on YouTube, SEMA 2023. See some good cars there. See, I need to get some of these car shows. I do. I'm terrible for car shows. It's just shows in general. I just don't have the time. Mike Barrington, Rob's still in nappies. No, I'm not. I'm in pull-ups now. Yeah, you and it would. Honestly, I love meeting people down there. The best thing about the NOC is when you're all sat in the restaurant in the morning, just on day one of your course, and you're all sat there staring at each other, not wanting to speak. I'm not that guy, by the way. I'm the first person to be speaking and talking shit about how long, moaning about the traffic and how long it's taken and what crappy Premier Inn I've stayed in. To be fair, I stay in quite a nice Premier Inn when we're down there. So, and it's only 2-hour drive from here, so it's not too bad at all, really. Paul's met me. You have. So, Paul on YouTube, owner and operator of Valeting Supplies, has met me in person. He is part of the Suffolk chapter. I don't live in Suffolk. I don't live anywhere near Suffolk. But I've made the journey. We did some filming for YouTube. Bloke's an absolute legend. I've been down twice to Suffolk to see him. And that was before the NOC as well. So the last time I came to see Paul was the last time I was at the NOC. It wasn't that long ago, really, was it, mate? Steve Codlin on Facebook. I've met you. Yeah, you have. I fixed your car, mate. You came all the way over. I was starstruck, mate. I love meeting people. It's great. And I did do the DSG selector repair on your car. Now you're all fault free and loving life. You got your Yorkshire tea. You got your hobnobs. Honestly, guys, anyone that's if you go on TikTok or go on YouTube, you'll get these people sat here live streaming, and there'll be reels and reels of comments and that going on. You never hear from them. You never get to speak to them. They don't answer your comments. That's not like me. I will answer all your comments. I'll give you a bit of banter. I'll show you the shit mustache. It's Movember, guys. It's not a permanent feature. It's doing me head in. So thank you very much, Jason. Nice to see you here tonight, buddy. Put face to the channel. Just ignore this bit. Get rid of that bit because that's just Movember and that'll be gone forever. It's doing me head in. Itches buggery, mate. Paul's coming to me soon. Jolly good. Always welcome, matey. Urban Gentry on YouTube. A haunted hotel called The Maze at Work, if you know it. Other techs I've met call it the same, which was a good icebreaker. Do you mean Horwood House? Horwood House. If you know, you know. Horwood House. I'm sure it's that one. It's fucking awful, isn't it? Look, fortunately, the NOC don't actually sort your accommodation out anymore now. It's down to your company. So if you've got a tight company, you'll end up in some hostel. If they like you, you'll get a Premier Inn. Our Premier Inn that we stay in is mega, so I've got a lot of respect for that. But I think you're on about Horwood House, mate. Ewan, I'm Sayat and VW in Twickenham. Have you seen our ID3 equivalent, the Cupra Born? Do you know what, mate? I've heard loads about that. I have heard loads about the Cupra Born. You're going to have to fill me in, matey, because like I've said earlier, I don't get a chance to keep up with the Seat models. It's more Skoda Volkswagen I have to keep on top of. Twickenham, though, it's not far away. I've got a mate of mine who works down south. I think he's more Kent, though. But the Cupra Born's got to be better than the ID3. The ID3 is terrible. Kings, need advice with a timing belt replacement for an 07 Polo. Go on, mate. Ask your questions. How things you do, better than pulling your hair out. Yeah, totally. Totally. It's all for charity, mate. All for charity. It's good. But our Christmas do is on Saturday. So whether this stays or not is something else because it might not. I've never done one and I need to do mine. How have you ever done a cam belt on a car? What's your mechanical skills like? It's all very much based on that, guys. If you're not sure, a cam belt's a bit of a job to start with. I mean, sometimes some people build up to a cam belt. If you really are trying to save money, you're an apprentice. That's good. You're getting in the right direction. Presumably, you've got people around you that can help you. The 07 Polo, if it's the 1.4 engine, the one with the two belts, it's a lovely engine to do a cam belt on. It really is. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Apprentice is a race. I've got a lot of time. I've got my own apprentice at work. Absolute legend. He's only been there 2 months now. Come on, leaps and bounds. So if you ever need any help, matey, hit me up on the VW Mechanic Instagram. I love the training aspect of helping apprentices. So like I say, if you ever need out, smash in. Yes, absolutely, Ewan. Just remember that the cam belt tensioner, or the cam tensioner, sorry, the little belt, it tensions backwards. So normally you'll tension like a diesel belt, you'll pull the tool towards you. This one goes backwards. So just bear that in mind. You can fuck the tensioner if you do wind it the wrong way. So just bear that one in mind. Alcohol is the answer. My lass is my apprentice, so she's diagnostically good, man. That's good. That's what you want. Mate, I love teaching people. It's quality. But yeah, definitely build your confidence. I mean, I think mechanics is mostly about a confidence thing. If you're terrified of the job before you've started it, it's probably not the job for you to start with, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, have a crack. But if you get stuck, just stop. Stop. You don't normally get too many chances at a cam belt. If you get it wrong, you can guarantee your valves are going to look like umbrellas. So it's definitely worth taking your time and reading a few manuals. If I get one in at work, I'll see if I can do a little video of timing it up for you. So all you've got to really do is strip it down and build it back up again. If I show you the timing part of it, I'll try, mate. Cam belt Urban Gentry on YouTube. Cam belt on a Tiguan for a novice isn't ideal with the way you have to double support and shift it. Yeah, totally. It's definitely a confidence and skill situation. Any advice on apprentices struggling in the first year? Totally, mate. Send me a message on Instagram, the VW Mechanic on Instagram, and I'll chat to you, mate. I'll sort you out, no problem, buddy. I love the aspect of training, and if there's any way I can help you, I will. So yeah, send us a message, matey. Yay! Paul's going to surprise me. The Focus has new brakes and the van has new wheels. That's a good weekend, isn't it? That is a good weekend. Do you know what I've achieved this weekend? I've watched Qatar get embarrassed by a South American football team and nothing else. I've done some housework as well, I suppose. Defo, don't try 180 on a GTI for your first cam belt. Nope. No, that is a soul-destroying engine. The old school 180, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I had to do a few of them as an apprentice. Not great, is it? They've definitely improved the engines since the 180 that can't hold boost for shit. They're just not a great engine at all. Not a great engine. I was forever finding rocker cover leaks. There's a little half moon-shaped gasket that goes to the right-hand side. Kings, nobody. I had a bit of a weird apprenticeship, really. I'll give you the little story, really. Some people like this. I started off at a taxi firm. So I went through the local college, signed up to a 1 day a week, or day release, if you like. So it was 4 days at college, 1 day at work. Had to find yourself a job at that point. So I literally walked around where I live, handing out CVs, trying to get around that. And got a job at a taxi firm fixing their shit heaps. And when I say shit heaps, I mean shit heaps. And I lasted there a year. And I thought, there's more to life, Anyway, I moved on to commercials. Now, that was a fucking mistake, wasn't it? I did not like that at all. Commercials was just awful. 2 weeks, and I was off. And then I went to a Volkswagen Independent. Great time. Ace, loved it. Unfortunately, they weren't doing well as a company. I had to make a load of cutbacks. I was one of them. Went to Volkswagen main dealer. All the while I've been doing the college work. So the college, I finished at the Volkswagen Independent. So I've got my level 3. Went on to Volkswagen main dealer. Left. It was horrible. It's coming. Then I went to run my own garage. Ran my own garage. Didn't work out. Not going to say why online. And I was in a business partnership. And then I went to Skoda. Worked my way up at Skoda through all the ranks. Wanted a new challenge. Got a little bit bored at Skoda. And then moved to Volkswagen. And I've been at Volkswagen ever since. So definitely well experienced in the old, not all the cars really. But yeah. I did 2 weeks, 2 days at Jaguar Land Rover as well. They're not fun. Yes, Ewan. Bloody hell, forgot about that. Did so many coil packs. Yeah, a lot of people were changing. No, the one there a recall. I'm sure there was a recall on coil packs, wasn't there? I'm sure there was. And it was like a 10-year-old recall. The cars were coming back for cars were coming back for the recall, and they'd had about 10 sets of coil packs in them, and we was having to send them back to Volkswagen or Skoda or whatever with some aftermarket non-gen non-gen coil packs with Ace. I'm a Land Rover specialist apprentice. Mate, fair play to you. Fair play to you. But the reason I said what I said, and it wasn't for me, was because of my history with Volkswagen Audi Group. That's not to say Land Rovers are terrible. They are terrible. But it's too much of a change from what I know to move into Volkswagen, moving to Land Rover. Just blew my mind. So, yeah, one for me. Yeah, when there was HT lead recall on the V6, can't remember the coil pack one. I'm sure it was a coil pack. I'm going to see if I can find it. Obviously not now. I'll have a look, see if I can find it. There was something about coil packs. I'm sure there was. Could have even been a TPI. So I might be talking shit. It was one of them. It was one of them. Jeffrey on Facebook. Done my 1.2 TSI EA 211 cam belt. Pretty straightforward. Loving it, mate. Loving it. A lot of the videos that I gear up for YouTube as well, you'll see them on the VW Mechanic YouTube channel, are cam belts. You'll see me doing the cam belt, physically doing it. So the new TSI style with the electronic timing tool, you'll see that being carried out. You'll see diesels carried out. Obviously, I do speed them up sometimes because that'd be an hell of a long video otherwise. But I speed them up. I show the timing process, and that's pretty much all a techie really needs. You can strip down a belt and you can build it up. It's just the whole timing process some people aren't quite sure with. So that is what I show on the channel. So if you want to nip over to the YouTube channel, you'll find bags of Volkswagen stuff on there. And then you can cross it over to Skoda, to Audi, to Seat quite easily. Some of it, the Lamborghini and Bentley as well. Yeah, exciting stuff. The new one isn't too bad unless a water pump is involved. Yeah, totally, Ewan. Yeah. The amount of them I've done, mate, is unreal. Thermostat has an coolant pump and that little belt with the blades on the pulley that try and rip your fingers apart. Yeah. Great, isn't it? So keep tapping up the screen, guys. Keep sharing the lives. We've been on an hour. Fair play, guys. Fair play. You've kept me well busy. Have you done any VW vans? Yeah, loads. Yeah, a lot of the T5. I'll start with T5, T6, T6.5. What else have we done? Caddy vans. Caddy vans we get at work. I don't know why. Some of them are Motability, I suppose, and I think we're their closest passenger car centre. So we can do the caddy vans. They're a bit in between, aren't they, really? Paul has worked at 2 dealerships. Paul is a valeter, so I know about this. And he's also water pump and cam belt is next on his Focus with a Lynx engine in it. TDI CR without the fix better than the one which has had the fix done. Hard to say, mate. It's hard to say. What I'd be doing on your CR engine is get a cheeky remap on it. Get a nice safe map on it. Beautiful. You'll never look back. Yeah, the 23R7. 23R6 if you're a Skoda fan. And it's a weird code for Audi. But yeah, the 23R7. Yeah. I can't say it. I can't mention it. I'm not allowed. But I would get a map put on that car. Steve on Facebook, did Paul finish his shed? Have a look at his pictures, mate. I think he's posted them. Paul, did you finish your shed? Yeah, I can't. I'm bound to not say out. Paul says his shed's nearly finished, Steve. There you go. Absolute legends, you all are. Right, guys, that hour's up. Oh, absolutely, Eric. PD 130, PD 150, PD engines, absolutely banging. Love it. Guys, I've got one question left, and that is Kenny Davidson on YouTube. I'm going to read it out now. Rob, 2017 Tiguan 4Motion DSG TDI. When pulling away from a standstill, seems to be a slight delay on clutch pickup. Is this normal? It's not great at busy junction roundabouts. Turn, start, stop off, and put it in sports mode, mate, and then try it and let me know. You can always get hold of me on the Instagram, the VW Mechanic Instagram. But try it in sports mode, buddy. Turn your start, stop on. Let me know. Or one more question. Cheeky. On my Superb 190 diesel, when I press the push button start, it would take about a second or two to fire up. So it jolt like a lunge forward. That needs someone looking at it, buddy. That sounds a bit messy. Definitely sounds a bit messy. Right, guys. On that, if you want to send me a message, the Volkswagen Mechanic on Instagram, you'll get hold of me there. But that's our hour over, guys. If you want to join me again at 7 o'clock every Sunday, so you'll get me on TikTok, you'll get me on YouTube, you'll get me on Facebook, then you can. Sunday, 7 o'clock UK time if you're not. Like I say, if you do need to get hold of me, Kenny, then Instagram is your best bet. But thank you very much, guys, for coming along. Have a fantastic week. Have a banging. Stay safe. Keep mechanicking. Look at the pictures that I put up. Look at the videos I put up. And I'll catch you here next Sunday. Take care. For now, see you later. And stay safe.